Hi all. Let's do some C++ templates. I have a few examples. There's 5 of them here. The first 3 examples are function templates. And then these 2 are class templates. I think even if you're just interested in the class one, still follow me on the functions, because then you'll see how they work. And so we'll start with the first one. We'll go over the code and then we'll run it. So it starts with a regular main. We just do a simple function call from main. We call my function. We call my function and send it 2 arguments, 10 and Jim. Okay, so this whole thing is the function. This is a function template. Normally when you see these things, this will be on one line. So you can see this here, that's a pretty tough line. But if you break it down like this, then it makes more sense. So we have a regular function. 10 comes into here, and Jim comes into here. Okay, so where's this template thing come in? So the whole idea here is this function doesn't know what's coming. If it's a string, an integer, a float, it doesn't know what's coming. All it knows is it's going to get 2 variables. Okay, so when we call the function, it runs this line first. Okay, so 10 comes into here. And then since 10 is an integer, this guy becomes int, an integer. Jim comes into here, and this guy becomes string. So int type 1 becomes int, so this becomes int. And then 10 comes into here. Jim comes into here, so this guy becomes a string. This becomes string, and Jim comes into here. So the whole idea here is we don't know what type of variable is coming here. A string, an int, a float, it doesn't know. What might be kind of misleading is the word class. It might make a little more sense if this was like unknown data type. Then it would be something like unknown data type is going to become int. Unknown data type is going to become string. But, you know, for some reason they chose the word class. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, we'll compile it. And then we'll run it. And you can see it prints out 10 and Jim. Nothing fancy, bare bones, just spitting out the text here. So C out X becomes 10, so it prints out the 10, and Y becomes Jim, prints out the Jim. Okay, so we'll run through that one more time. Okay, so we have a regular main with a function call. It calls this function my function. My function just happens to have this template thing in front of it. And the arguments for my function, we don't know what they are. We don't know what's coming, strings, ints. Okay, so normally you'll see this all on one line. I just broke it up like this because then it makes sense. So we do the function call. 10 comes into here. Jim comes into here. 10 is an integer. So this word becomes int. Jim is a string. So this word becomes string. Type 1 is int. So now we have int x. Type 2 is string. So now we have string y. 10 comes into here. 10 comes into here. Jim comes into here, and Jim comes into here. So when we do the C out, it prints out 10 and Jim. Okay, so I think that's pretty simple. And all of the other examples, it's the same thing. They just get a little bit more involved. The function or the class doesn't know what's coming. That's why it's a template. It's still, two arguments are coming, but they don't know what type. Okay? Okay. See ya. We'll continue this in the next video.